Good evening and welcome to the Stockton Virtual College Fair. We're very delighted that you're here this evening. Thank you so much for spending the next 45 minutes with us. My name is Gwen and I'm going to be facilitating this session for you tonight. So just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. For our attendees, both your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. However, you do have access to the Q&A feature, which is located at the bottom of your screen. And you will be able to ask questions of our presenters using that Q&A feature. I do encourage you to ask questions throughout the next 45 minutes. You do not have to ask questions when a particular institution is presenting during their 6 minutes. Please feel free to ask those questions throughout the entire 45 minutes. They are more than happy to answer those questions for you. They want to make sure that you're leaving with all the information that you need tonight. Also, just a reminder that this is one of many different sessions that are taking place. So check out other sessions and hope you'll register for those. And then one last final note, this session is being recorded along with all the other sessions that are taking place. And then those recordings will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered for this program tonight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And our first presenter tonight is from Savannah College of Art and Design.
Okay, hey guys, I'm about to start sharing my screen. Give me just 1 second. Okay, here we go. So my name is Susie Remuda. I am an Assistant Director of Admission at SCAD, otherwise known as the Savannah College of Art and Design. To give you guys a little bit of history on the school, SCAD was founded in 1978. We have grown to actually become a lot larger than this one building here, but this is where it all began back in 1978. We had one building on one campus. We now have an Atlanta campus location. We have study abroad in Lacoste, France. We still have our Savannah location, which has grown quite a bit. We now have 2 online learning programs. So I'll explain the difference between the two a little bit later in the presentation. To give you guys a little bit of the who, we have about 15,000 students enrolled right now. Our students really are coming from all 50 states, and we do have students enrolled from more than 100 countries. So the current international student body percentage is 25%, so a quarter of our students are coming from another country and learning at SCAD, or are currently in another country learning virtually at SCAD. So we are at this time actually the largest art and design school in the United States. We have quite a few things to offer, 44 major programs and over 75 minor options. I do like to kind of talk about the difference between a few of these because we really have it all and it all kind of blends together very well. So we do have your fine arts like photography, painting, fashion, illustration, but we also have a lot of design-oriented degrees, architecture, industrial design, graphic design, user experience design, and we also have some business-oriented degrees. So we have the business of beauty and fragrance, which is a business degree looking at a very specific industry. We have creative business leadership. We have a minor in business management and entrepreneurship. So we do try to kind of blend it all together because when you go out into the industry, you are typically doing a mix of these different things. So to give an example of the collaboration between the major programs, one of our graduates here, he's in the red hoodie with the cool red sunglasses on. His name is Christopher John Rogers. Christopher John Rogers graduated from SCAD with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fashion, and he's actually gone on to create a really incredible clothing line. He styled some really cool people. Michelle Obama and Lizzo are amongst those people that he has styled. He created a fashion line, and to speak to that collaboration aspect of SCAD, this is his clothing company. The people you see featured here, they're all SCAD alum. So at SCAD, you're not just collaborating during your time at SCAD, but you're graduating with a network of people to hopefully keep facilitating those industry connections or do something like he did and start a company. And it's not just fashion graduates you see featured here. Julia Wheatley graduated from our industrial design program. David Rivera, dramatic writing. Christina Ripley, fashion marketing and management, the business side of fashion. So that kind of goes into my next point, which is career preparation. It's a big part of what we do at SCAD. We do believe collaboration between those major programs does help kind of facilitate, like I talked about, the industry level connections, makes you more marketable. So we currently have a 99% job placement rate. Within 10 months of graduation, 99% of SCAD graduates are employed seeking a higher degree or both at one time. Of that 99%, the real key is that 91% of the 99% were employed in a creative field. So they're made a program or something closely related. At SCAD, yes, we're an art and design school, but we do still have athletic programs. So we're kind of like a unicorn school. We have equestrian studies, we have tennis, we have soccer, we have lacrosse, we have volleyball. We don't have basketball or football, but we do have bowling, and we do have some fun different ones too. We also have clubs and organizations just like any other university would have. We have summer programs at SCAD. So if you're into the idea of coming to SCAD and you want to potentially try it out before being a college student, you can come anytime from freshman, sophomore, junior year of high school, come down for the summer, check us out. You can always follow up with me and ask more about this. I'm happy to give you some more information. It's a pretty cool opportunity. The other thing we're doing, if you don't want to wait until summer, we're always featuring right now different online events, one of these being Guest and Gusto. So every night, pretty much, we're talking to a different industry level professional about what it's like to be in the industry. Covering a lot of different major programs there. So definitely check out scad.edu. You can find more information about that. I mentioned the 2 online learning programs and the campus locations. So your real-time on ground are Savannah and Atlanta. Your online learning programs are SCAD Now and e-learning. SCAD Now is kind of like what a lot of you are doing in high school right now, meeting on Zoom, Teams, Hangouts. E-learning is go at your own pace. You do not meet for class time. So a couple different options and ways to study at SCAD. If it sounds like you're fit, scad.edu/apply. It's about a 10-minute application. Once you do submit that within about 3 to 5 business days, an assigned admission advisor will reach out. They'll ask you to complete that application. You complete it by submitting test scores and transcripts to us. A portfolio is not actually required for admission into SCAD, but we will accept a portfolio for scholarship opportunity. If you have any questions about any of this, or if you'd like to ever schedule an individual meeting with me, you can do so. That's my contact info. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, SCAD. Next up, we're going to hear from Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design.
All right, thanks, Gwen. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the session for the Future Art Stars. My name is Juliet, and I'm an artist as well, and excited to share information with you about the premier art and design college in Denver, Colorado, called Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. You'll hear me refer to it as REMCAD. So now there's no doubt that a lot of you guys, are feeling pressure to pick a college and get it right. And I want you to know that I sincerely empathize with you. It's not an easy time to be a teenager for sure. However, feel a little better because you're here tonight with us. So you're doing your research, and research always helps you be better prepared to make the better decision. So I'm going to help you out by bringing forth overarching information about REMCAD, and the examples of student work that you see will be scrolling through. They're going to be representing each one of our programs. Now listed are the Bachelors of Fine Art degrees to earn from REMCAD, and you can expect to receive a quality, well-rounded education. These are all accredited degrees which are held to a high measure of accountability. These programs lead to a variety of different careers designed to teach you everything from storytelling to sharpen your artistic techniques, voice, and vision. And also a number of the courses spread across humanities and liberal arts will help with the breadth and the depth of your critical thinking, the knowledge of the world around you, which will all intersect into your creative work. Whether online or on campus, our commitment is to you and your future. So you might be asking the question, why art school? Can't I learn what I need to learn through YouTube and tutorials? And the answer is this: 84% of our 84% of the jobs obtained in the creative fields are obtained through networking. So attending events, connecting with other students, faculty members, and alumni, you're going to be building your network. So then the question to ask yourself is, why REMCAD? Well, small class sizes with hands-on instruction, strong foundational classes will help students build their 2D, 3D digital fine art, and critical thinking skill sets. Also, our unique degree sequence are some of the reasons why. The degree sequence will require you to only take 2 classes every 8 weeks. Therefore, it's going to eliminate that stress and anxiety of being in too much demand for other classes. I also wanted to recognize that we have mental health services at REMCAD, since mental health is kind of at a premium right now. So I want to let you guys know that's available. Our other distinctions at REMCAD are you'll be taught by real artists, designers, and liberal arts professionals who have lived and worked in their respective industries. We also definitely celebrate originality. So if you're weird, that's okay. That just means you're wonderful, exciting, interesting, real, and different. So stay weird, right? Definitely, I know I am. I need to highlight our REMCAD Renew program, which allows you to continue upgrading your skills after you graduate for free. That's right, I said it free. Wow, what a return on your investment, right? So think about how much technology is going to change in the next 10, 20, 30 years. You're going to be able to stay on top of your game, and that's because at REMCAD we have a lifelong learning philosophy. So not only are the REMCAD Renew program free, but so are all the services connected with career and alumni services. You're going to have access to our professional development workshops, videos, career advising, internships, internship lessons, and this is all going to be geared toward helping you try to find your job of your dreams. Now, for instance, like the alumni featured here, Paul Tranny, he's quoted on how important it was to have been taught by experts working in the field. Paul Tranny is a talented graphic designer. He currently works for Adobe Software. If any of you guys caught the Adobe Max Creativity Conference, he ran 3 of the sessions today. Other alumni have worked with jobs like or companies like Google and ESPN and BMW and DreamWorks, Disney, Pixar. You could go to remcad.edu to see more of our alumni stories showcased. And they say success comes from getting involved. So these are all the resources that, some of the resources that we showcase that are going to help you not only grow in your education, but also allows for networking within the industries. So some of the events are open to the public, like the artist lectures for the VASD program. And all events have been moved to online this year, which leads me to answer how we've responded to the pandemic. We've developed a blended plus learning experience, which is hybrid learning, allowing students access to on-campus facilities, and it's going to provide for opportunities to create an all-encompassing experience, safe experience that is. Some campus resources available by appointment through the mobile app include the Fab Lab, the Ceramic Studio, Wood Shop, Photography Studios, the Darkroom, and the library. The library has a student learning center in it, which also provides free tutoring and assistance with writing applications for something such as an internal scholarship. Because at REMCAD, we offer several opportunities for incoming and current students to earn institutional scholarships and grants. Some are competitive, some are merit-based, and some are academic. We also accept external scholarships, 529 plans, VA benefits, tuition assistance, portfolio review scholarships as well. And additionally, we are 1/3 of the cost of other art education. So we are an affordable tuition. When you get to the step of filling out your FAFSA, we have a fantastic financial aid team who will walk you through your financial options. And then when you're looking at these admission steps, you'll see no ACT or SAT score is necessary. And that's because we don't feel a standardized test shows potential for a creative arts student. However, you will be required to submit a portfolio. Don't get too nervous about that. An admissions counselor will be able to help prepare you for success. So go ahead and take a picture of this slide here. You could follow us on Instagram, you could cruise our website, and when you get to the page where it talks about open house, go ahead and RSVP for that open house. It'll be held virtually on 12/12/20. You'll meet the chairs of the different departments, learn more, and maybe even win some prizes. And then I hope that, at this point, you might have a desire to see more ways with how with collaboration and creativity, all things are possible. REMCAD would be thrilled to be part of a part of your significant accomplishment of earning a BFA degree. And so we anticipate you to inquire further with us. Best wishes, and thank you for your attention.
All right, just a reminder for our attendees, the Q&A is live. So put those questions out there. Let our presenters answer those for you. Next up, we're going to hear from Pacific Northwest College of Art.
Hi, Hi, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Diaz, and I'm an admissions counselor at Pacific Northwest College of Art. I work specifically with students from the San Joaquin County, California. So I'm your main point of contact at PNCA. PNCA is a small art and design college. We're located up in Portland, Oregon. We're a really small campus community. We have about 500 undergraduate students with a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So if you're looking for that tight-knit community, it's something that you totally would get at PNCA. It's super easy to get to know your classmates and also build meaningful and lasting relationships with your instructors. We offer 11 different BFA majors in visual arts. I'll list those in a moment. But that being said, our program is very interdisciplinary. And basically what that means is that you have the opportunity to work in a variety of different mediums. You're not locked into working in any one particular way, and you're encouraged to explore and integrate all of your different and unique interests. This right here is our main campus building. It's located in downtown Portland, Oregon, in an area called the Pearl District. If any of you are familiar with Portland at all, we're kind of right around the neighborhood near Powell City of Books. It's the largest bookstore in the country, and Voodoo Donuts. So we're in the middle of this cultural hub, surrounded by lots of fun things, art galleries, cool restaurants, and other fun things to do. This right here is our mission statement. PNCA empowers artists and designers to reimagine what art and design can do in the world. PNCA students balance studies in the humanities and sciences uniquely tailored to students in an art college with hands-on making in studios and labs. At PNCA, the majority of your overall course load is dedicated to studio arts. That being said, you still take math, science, history, literature courses, but all of those are geared towards artists and designers, kind of looking at these subjects from a creative perspective. So everything that you're learning is relevant to a creative practice and interesting. Here we have a list of all of our different majors. We offer majors in creative writing, printmaking, general fine arts, painting, sculpture, intermediate, illustration, graphic design, animated arts, video and sound, and photography. But again, like I mentioned earlier, regardless of what you major in, you have the ability to explore multiple different mediums throughout your time in school. We also offer minors in art and ecology, art history, ceramics, creative writing, drawing, fashion, game, and graphic design. And you can essentially think of these minors as an additional emphasis or focus to your major. Regardless of what you major in, you can opt to take on any of these minors. Again, it's just a little extra thing that you tack on to your degree. Doesn't mean that it's going to take you longer to graduate. It's just if you have an interest in any of these areas, you can pursue them. That being said, all of our freshman students start off with the foundation year. So whether you have no idea what you want to major in, or maybe you think you do know what you want to major in, your entire first year is dedicated to learning and exploring different ways of making and thinking. Here is just the list of all the different types of courses that you take throughout your first year. You're taking courses in 2D, 3D art, time-based arts, taking some art history courses as well, gaining a really broad exposure and gaining skills in multiple different areas, getting to know our campus and facilities, because again, you have access to every different facility at our school. The foundation year is then bookended by the thesis year, your senior year. Once you've, you started off exploring all of these different areas, trying all these different things. And by your senior year, it's your time to take all of that experience and really funnel it into a single project of your own choosing. The thesis project is really exciting. It's kind of your opportunity to do whatever you want. You design your own project. You're not limited by your major. Just because you're a painting major doesn't mean that you necessarily have to do any paintings. It's completely up to you. And By the end of your senior year, once you've completed that project, you would be giving a lecture, kind of an artist talk, to an audience of your classmates, your instructors and mentors, friends and family members, and really anyone else who happens to come by. It's a really empowering moment for all of our students. The thesis project can definitely lead into whatever is next after your time in school. And here we have our student housing. Just a few things to know. All of our first year students are required to live in here. It's called Art House. It's located just a 2-minute walk away from our main campus in downtown. And our student housing, they're actually modern apartments. They're not really college dorms. They range from studios to 3-bedroom apartments, and each come equipped with a full kitchen, bathroom, and a washer and dryer. We also offer career services as well. If you're thinking about, what can I do after my time in school, just know that there is support. Bridge Lab offers assistance in terms of finding internships, as well as helping you with professional practices. And we also offer a pre-college program. If you're thinking about how you want to spend your summer while you're still in high school, you might consider signing up for this. They range from 1 to 4 weeks. And it's basically an opportunity to gain firsthand experience of what it's like to be at an art school, what it's like to be at PNCA, taking college level art classes with our instructors. And lastly, we have our application process. It's pretty simple and straightforward. A few things to note: we do not charge an application fee, and we don't accept standardized test scores. So you don't need to send us your SAT or ACT scores. The main things that we're looking at are your transcripts and a portfolio. And we also offer scholarship opportunities as well, merit scholarships based off of the quality of your application, and a few other juried and competitive scholarships.
All right. Thank you so much. Our next school to present is Cornish College of the Arts.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sharon Starling. I'm the Director of Admission at Cornish College of the Arts. We're located in Seattle, Washington, and the mission of Cornish College of the Arts is to provide students aspiring to become practicing artists with an education of the highest possible quality in an environment that nurtures creativity and intellectual curiosity while preparing them to contribute to society as artists, citizens, and innovators. We do this by offering baccalaureate degrees in both the visual and the performing arts. Degrees that we offer include the Bachelor of Fine Arts, the Bachelor of Music, and a new pathway for BA degrees, particularly targeted to transfer students who have an associate's degree. In yellow, we've highlighted a couple of new degree pathways. These are things that we've taught for many, many years, but are now able to offer accredited degrees in the BFA track. And like some of my colleagues have mentioned tonight, we do start our visual arts students with a foundation year. So there is a broad experience in that first year of the program. And something that is different, you'll see that we also focus on the performing arts as too. And so we are one of only 3 in the United States that offer equal emphasis on the visual and the performing arts as standalone degrees. I like to offer just a little bit of information about what that BFA degree looks like. Sometimes people toss the letters around, but you don't actually know what that looks like. When you see that a college is offering a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, it's indicating that this is a very concentrated program. 75% of your time is in the studio making work. So if you learn by doing, BFA degree lets you be making right from the very beginning, and you'll usually take 1 to 2 academic classes at a time. It's a little different than the standard Bachelor of Arts, where you spend maybe the first 2 years doing a lot of general ed courses and then morphing into the degree later on. Certainly one's not better than the other. You're not smarter or a better artist, but you spend your time differently. And that's what those letters are really telling you. They tell you on the way in, and they tell people on your resume after you graduate how you spent your time and learn those higher thinking skills. Cornish is over 100 years old, founded in 1914 by a woman. Her name was Nellie Cornish. She was a pianist, and her vision was not just a school of music, which is where she started, but a school of the allied arts where students could learn collaboratively, where they could learn from faculty that were working artists, where they could try and produce new and innovative work and be together as visual and performing artists. While there is a traditional focus in the artwork, there is also an experimental pathway as well as interdisciplinary. It's required to take elective classes outside your major. See lots of cross-disciplinary and collaboration work happening at Cornish. Our goal is to help you build the critical thinking and the creative problem-solving skills that you need for artistic and creative practice in the 21st century. It's a very collaborative program, and one of the hallmarks is that we're really known for the generation of new work, especially on the performing arts side, where the choreography, the composition, the playwriting and directing are real stars of the program. We are here to help you build a sustainable future in the arts, and we do this by having faculty that are working artists. We bring in visiting master artists to teach guest classes. We are a small college, there's about 600 students, so you're in classes of 10, 12, 15 students with the mentorship from faculty that will last long beyond graduation. Seattle is an amazing city to be a young emerging artist. There's so many opportunities. And it's the kind of city where you can see faculty are working professionally, we have alumni working out there, and then these become opportunities for internships as well. We have a core campus of 12 buildings that are contiguous in the South Lake Union neighborhood, right at the edge of downtown Seattle. In addition, when you're looking at art school, you're not really looking at things like the student union or the football stadium, you're looking at the creative spaces. And somebody had mentioned about working during COVID. We too are doing touchless pickup of materials. You're able to reserve studio space online, and our students are in the spaces making work and using the equipment. Cornish Commons is our residence hall. It's a 20-story building directly across the street. It's brand new. It opened in 2015. So we were able to actually influence the architects a little bit and add things in like art making space, practice rooms, movement studios, in addition to the regular, the workout space, the shared kitchen, the laundry facilities, and the outdoor space. Application requirements. We have our own application. We are new on the Common app this year, so that's another way to apply. High school transcript, college transcripts if applicable, personal statement and letter of recommendation. We are and have always been test optional, and we do require an audition or a portfolio review as part of the application process. And these will be all online for 2021. Couple of dates. Early action is December 1. This is a non-binding decision where if you complete by December 1, you will have a decision and a scholarship award by mid-December. February 15th, and FAFSAs are open now. And then just a note on tuition, college costs have been going up, and Cornish took a really radical turn in 2019 and reset our tuition, lowering it 20%. Over 95% of our admitted students are offered some type of merit aid, and this calculates out to over $6 million in scholarship each year. Our president was very instrumental in this tuition reset, and his goal is to create access, reduce long-term student debt, and be a leader in arts education. I'm more at cornish.edu, and I look forward to some questions in the chat. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Cornish College of the Arts. Next up, we're going to hear from Johnson and Wales University. Johnson Wales, I just want to make sure that you've unmuted yourself.
I apologize.
Okay.
Forgot to do that part. Okay, can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, sorry everyone. This is my 5th Zoom today, so. So Johnson & Wales is located in Providence, Rhode Island and Charlotte, North Carolina. And we were founded in 1914 by 2 women, I always like to mention. And the 2 campuses have a dual purpose in that our Providence campus has 2 locations, and one is for culinary arts students and hospitality students. And we have been well known for that particular area for many decades, and we are considered one of the top schools for culinary arts. And then our Charlotte campus is actually located downtown, just like the Providence campus. And Charlotte has about 3,000 students, whereas the Providence campus has about 7,000 students. We have over 60 majors. We are a private, nonprofit, regionally accredited university. And we offer bachelor's degree and master's degree. Some of our top fields, in addition to culinary arts, are also public health, sports management, engineering, criminal justice, and computer science. We also have a graphic design program, and the culinary arts program has been recently renamed to the Food Innovation and Technology College. And these are some of the newest degrees that we have that are related, and certainly health and wellness, nutrition, and we also really focus on sustainability. How Johnson & Wales is really different is that we focus on learning by doing. So in the first 2 years, you're also not going to be sitting in classrooms. You're actually going to be in learning labs, and you can take classes in what you're interested in the very first year. So whether it's culinary, engineering, biology, you know, those are all top areas where we offer you the chance to practice what you learn. And then in the second year, you will go out and you will have an internship. And about 95% of them are paid. With these internships, as you can see on this slide, about 71% of the students get offered jobs with conjunction with their paid internship. The big benefit here is that we have literally hundreds of companies that we work with, so you don't have to go out and find your own internship. And then the employers obviously are really looking for students who have work experience hours, which is typically done during the summertime. And you can do it anywhere really in the world. We have great study abroad programs and internships all over. Our campuses are very diverse. Our students are required to live on campus the first 2 years. And the international student population is about 15 to 20%, depending on the campus. And being that they're both on the East Coast area, that means that you'll see students really from all over. Now, I actually am in California. I'm regional representative, and I've been to Stockton many times and represented at your schools. So, I'm available, to meet with you virtually. And we have many students that come from California that go to Providence. When you're admitted to Johnson & Wales, you are admitted to both campuses. So you can choose You can wait until you virtually or actually visit the campus to make the decision where you'd like to attend. We're Division III, which means that we offer tremendous opportunities for athletes, and we have over 150 clubs and organizations. How you would afford Johnson & Wales. One great way is that we offer terrific scholarships that are anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 to $22,000 if you have a 3.0 GPA, and that's per year. Up to 4 years, you would receive that automatically for your merit scholarship. Okay. And additional opportunities would include, when you let us know your FAFSA, to see if you might qualify for a grant. And finally, I'd like to mention that it's really easy to apply. We are test optional, and we also have a minimum GPA of about 2.8. So if you are in that area, absolutely let me know, and you can apply, and there's no cost. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Johnson & Wales. Our final presenter tonight is from Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bethany Kanda, and I am an admissions counselor at Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University in Japan. So I'm not sure how much overlap there is with some of the other schools that presented. We are a school in Japan, first of all, an international school, and we don't offer any arts programs. We're liberal arts and business only. So unfortunately, for people who are here for arts programs, I won't be talking about those things. I'm having a little trouble sharing my screen. Pat, could I ask you to please stop sharing so that I can share my PowerPoint? But I'll just talk a little bit about the background of the university as I'm waiting. So our university was founded in the year 2000. So we're a rather new university, but the reason why we wanted, the reason why we wanted to start this university is because there weren't a lot of opportunities for international students who wanted to study in Japan. And so in the year 2000, with cooperation from the Japanese government, we actually started our program. And so our program is for international students, and therefore about half of our student body is coming from outside of Japan. Let me see if I can share it this way. Okay, so just about half of our students are coming from outside of Japan, coming from about 90 countries and regions around the world. And we like to keep that ratio just because we want our Japanese students who are studying on our campus to experience other cultures, but also for our international students to experience Japanese culture, but also the cultures of the other students who are coming to our campus. And we always like to keep this ratio. About 6,000 students are studying on our campus. The majority are in a bachelor's program. And of those students, just under 3,000 are coming from outside of Japan. Same with our faculty. We do try to keep it 50% just so there's that same cultural background represented on campus. Our campus is located in southern Japan in a city called Beppu. We're a smaller city, about 120,000 people. Not a lot of people know what we would look like. So just to give you an idea, this is our city from the mountain. There's not a lot of tall skyscrapers. We're kind of a smaller tourist town, but we're right along the beach, and on the other side is mountains. So if you like nature, you're surrounding it. There's a lot of great opportunities to get out and do activities outside. We do experience all 4 seasons, even though we're located in southern Japan. And we are, like I mentioned, right next to the beach. We're famous actually for the hot springs located throughout the city. So this is a common scene that you'll see as you walk around, tons of steam popping up everywhere. The hot springs, of course, the popular tourist destination for a lot of people visiting the city. Our campus itself is located on a hilltop overlooking the Beppu city area. All of our students do attend class on this campus with all of the classrooms here. And for first-year students, they would live in our on-campus housing, which is about a 10-minute walk to where classes are. Students who aren't living in on-campus housing will live in the downtown area, but should they choose to, they can continue living past their first year. But just most students choose to move out just because they want to live closer to what's happening in the downtown area. So like I mentioned, we do only have social science, our liberal arts program, and international management, which is our business program. Both of these programs are taught entirely in English. So if you don't know any Japanese, that's not an issue. You can take all of these classes in English. So if you apply to us, you just choose either our social science side or our business, our international management side. You don't have to choose your major at the time of application. You can take a lot of intro courses during your first year, during your second year. And once you kind of figure out what field you want to focus on, you'll take a lot of the more specialized courses moving forward, and then pick one of those 8 areas listed on the screen as your major. In addition to this, we do require our students to learn Japanese with us. So if you come in with 0 Japanese, you should be expected to leave with at least some level. We require 16 credits of Japanese, which is just about a year. And that takes you to an intermediate level. If you want to find work in Japan, we do recommend our students continue on to the higher level elective Japanese courses that we offer. And we also offer 6 other languages as well, just because a lot of our students find that in the professions that they're looking to, language background is something very important. So outside of the classroom, we do also encourage our students to get involved in as many ways as possible just to continue that cultural learning that that we really want on our campus. So we have over 110 student-led organizations. This comes in the form of sports, as you can see here, as well as a lot of cultural, academic, volunteer activities as well. Unfortunately, we don't have a system like the NCAA that we're a part of for our university. So all of these sports would be intramural or club sports where they would compete against neighboring teams, or they would travel within Japan to play against other clubs in the area as well. But we do have a very lively campus as well in terms of festivals. We do a Multicultural Week, which is a week planned by the students that could be representative of a specific culture, an idea, something that they want to show off to the other students, and they plan all the events, whether it be performances, inviting guest lecturers, having debates, even serving food in the cafeteria from that specific country or region, just because they want to share it with the other students, and we want the other students to learn something new as well. Something I think very specific to Japan is that students will start their job hunting process during their last year. So we run a 4-year system, just like the US. And during your last year, your 4th year, you'll start job hunting. And why this is great is because it means as soon as you graduate, you're starting your job already within a month, within 2 months. You know exactly where you're going to next without having to leave the country or worry about a visa process. You just start right away. For our students, at least 96% have at least 1 job offer before graduation. And this is just because our students are very unique in their background, in their skill set. So they offer a lot of things that maybe other Japanese students wouldn't have. Our tuition as well is quite competitive when compared to other in-state or other tuition in the US, as you can see here. And we do offer scholarships on top of that in the form of 30 to 100% off of that amount. Our applications are open now, which you can apply for online. And if you have any questions, please email me here at the bottom of the screen. My email address is listed. But thank you very much for your time today.
All right, thank you so much. It looks like we have just a couple of minutes. So I would like to ask our presenters to go ahead and come back on camera, and just a quick piece of advice that you would offer to our attendees through this college search process. How about we just go back in the order in which you presented, and we'll start with SCAD. Just a quick piece of advice.
Yeah, stay open-minded, try to learn new things, and remember it's a lot more fun to learn when you're younger. I don't know, just enjoy it, I guess.
Okay, perfect. Rocky Mountain?
Yeah, if you have your passion, go ahead and follow it. If you don't, start looking at the memes you send. That could lend a little bit of insight to some of the things that you might be interested in. You didn't know it. But definitely, keep doing research like this. I think is going to be one of the best ways to really find a school that's the right fit for you. Go with your gut too.
Pacific Northwest College of Art?
My advice would be to make good use of the admissions offices of the schools that you're interested in. This is something that I didn't know when I was looking at schools, but it's definitely to your benefit to reach out to admissions. My job is literally to help you throughout this entire process, whether you have questions about the school or the application process, or if you just have concerns about how you're even going to pay for school. Those are all things that we can assist you with, not just at PNCA, but at several other colleges. We can assist you and point you in the right direction and provide information and resources. So just keep that in mind. It's totally possible and doable to go to school.
All right, Cornish College of the Arts.
My advice would be this too shall pass. We are in a weird blip of time right now, and it maybe was not the college search process you envisioned, but I would really encourage you to keep moving forward and to do the research, look for schools. That first year may not be what you were expecting college to be, but keep moving forward in the process. You'll be glad that you did.
All right, Johnson and Wales.
My advice would be to try to pick a school that offers experiential learning and internship opportunities. So you get some real world experience while you're going to college. Then when you graduate, you're going to be way ahead of everyone else as far as opportunities.
Okay, thank you. And Ritsumeikan.
My advice is just to keep all of your options open. You know, if you have your dream university, don't let that go during this time just because things are difficult. If you want to look overseas, there's a lot of overseas options that are still available, even though traveling might not be optimal during this time. But I just want you guys that whatever you want to try for it, and don't give up just because things are hard in this virtual world right now.
Perfect, great advice. Thank you so much. We are out of time. So thank you to our presenters. Thank you to our attendees for being here tonight. When you close out of this session, there will be a quick 4-question survey. We ask that you complete that survey, provide us some feedback to help improve these sessions. And then also just a reminder that this session was recorded, and you can find a copy of that recording in about a week at the website where you registered for this program. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you again to each of our presenters and to our attendees. Hope this information was helpful. And if you have questions, make sure you follow up with each of our presenters. So thank you again. Have a great night.